Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, this is our second team battle for Divine Souls. This time we are against Falsebound Kingdom. Again, it's a 3v3 normal, just like earlier with our battle against Radiant Tail. However, this time starting off, we have Suguha using Granblue versus, oh Jesus, Death of Falsebound Kingdom using Link Joker. Also, this time around, I have Nova and Mythos kind of commentating. Mythos is in the background playing dinosaurs.
I'm hunting things. If I start screaming like a little girl, it's because I got eaten.
Anyways, so the rules are like normal. We have Double Mulligan, clan diversity, as well as instituting the new ban list, which is you can only have 2 Calamity Tower Wyverns for Kagero players, and only 1 Commander Laurel for Dimensional Police users.
I'm going to point this out. If anyone ever actually used more than 2 Calamity Tower in a deck, kind of stupid.
A lot
I mean,
of
I
people use 3
understand.
plus.
I don't understand why, because it's a really bad idea. If you want that much
It's
soul
because
blasting,
it's because they want to soul blast and they don't need to unflip because you can unflip through other means.
you can unflip through Bellicosti, 8 Nikki. What's the Perdition girl's name? There's another unit. I don't remember its name. I think.
AKA more than two of that unit is good, and you can't. And burnout only soul blasts 1, which
It's fine.
is not really what you want, which is usually more than what you want, because what a lot of people are gonna do is they're gonna ride over a Legion DX, then they're gonna immediately call the Wyvern so they can soul blast both, and then put them both back. And burnout can't do that the same way.
It doesn't matter if Burnout can't do it the same way. You don't want that many grade 3s in your fucking deck. I know what the X does.
Well,
I know what it does. Trust me.
You wouldn't. Normal people wouldn't. Anyone who's using the deck right wouldn't. But the majority of people who use the deck don't use it that way. Even if it's the wrong way.
Why do people use shit that I use so wrong? Oh no. No. Okay. I'm being hunted, Nova.
By what?
Does Suguha run stand triggers?
Yes.
Okay.
He actually runs a stand trigger where when you put it into the
Did you just say she?
field. No, I said he.
He's
Oh,
eating
okay.
oatmeal.
It's saying as I'm
Damn!
going on and eating oatmeal.
Using
But
Ruin Shade's skill, dropped milling 2 cards. He just lost out on a double crit.
Well.
He uses Legion so he can put them back, but it would have been nice for him to have those now, even if he only gets 1 drive check. But as I was saying, Suguha uses the stand trigger where when it's put onto the field, you can check the top 10 of your deck and put 1 of them into the drop zone. Works really well in tandem with the seahorse. Not the seahorse on the field, the deadly seahorse.
The one over there in the damage.
Yes, that one. Because you can Soul Blast to retire the stand trigger immediately and get it out. And suddenly you have a 7k unit. I didn't realize he had a break ride in this variant.
I did.
Why is that? You drop check it?
No, I've seen it before.
The last time I remember seeing Suguha's deck, I don't think I saw it, so that's what I was going on.
Ah.
Crossbow, really good, really hard to use.
Pinot Noir and Pinot Blanc on the field right now. As well as Dandy Guy Romario. Personally, I would put Romario in the back just to keep it safe.
No, because then it gives Death the chance to attack that starter, and he wants that starter.
Did he just double crit?
Speaking of double criticals, after losing one, he just pulled
What
one.
the fuck?
Molly healed.
What was
Only
the
one
first?
heal.
Jimmy the Ghosty. How many crits does he fucking run?
Probably 12. Well, actually, no. He runs stands, so it should be 8.
Okay, because that's all 4 Rough Banshees out of deck.
Keep in mind, he runs Legion.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm trying to count
I'm
triggers.
just saying for the sake of the people looking at this.
Oh.
And that's a deleter. This is CC's deck. This is actually CC's deck. That's funny.
This is interesting.
No, wait, actually, I take that back a little bit. This is CC's deck done weird. Because Brave Fang is weird in this. Well, CC did make a variant that had Blaster Joker in it, but she didn't she didn't even attempt to use Blaster Joker, Dark Zodiac, and Spiel, because that's way too much. That's just doing too much at once.
Sounds like... I don't know what it sounds like, actually.
Sounds like Nova.
It does sound like Nova.
He does way too much all the time for no reason.
Good point.
Well, I don't even mean too much as in you're doing too much. I mean too much as in too many things are fighting for the Vanguard circle.
Oh. And he doesn't know how to balance it, or...
Damn.
What happened?
If Suguha Legions, he's putting back all 4 Rushies Venchi.
Yes, he is. And he's gonna right now.
That amusing. Just the fact that it's the same card. I just find that amusing.
Well, interesting is definitely one word to say about this.
I really hope off in the distance.
Wait.
Did Zahn ever actually
Wait,
appear?
what?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Alright. I'm gonna see what happens because
He didn't Legion.
second it's gonna either be Lexi if she's going, or Doryan if Mythos goes in, because if Zahn's not here, then Zahn's not going.
Why didn't he Legion?
Probably because he doesn't have enough in drop zone to make use of the skills.
I would still put back those 4.
Yeah.
But it still would have been better putting back the 4 triggers, especially because his field really does want him to Legion.
Damn!
Even though his drop zone afterwards would be 0.
Well, the
his
Pinot Noir skill puts
Well, that's
3.
what I was about to say. That's what I was gonna say. If he puts 3 into the drop zone, then calls 1, and he could use the 2 starter skills in order to get the other 2 out, depending on what they are.
If he survives this turn, he could probably do that. But...
He got a quintet wall in his top check, which he's gonna use to fill the drop more.
Right,
Okay, that
Granblue
time
got
I'm
those.
almost positive you said she.
No, I said he. If I'm slurring my words and it sounds like I'm saying she, it's just because I have oatmeal.
Oh, right, you do have oatmeal. Well, Death is Legioning. Which means delete the Vanguard.
Which is actually horrible for Suguha in a way, and in a way it's not. It's actually horrible for Suguha for 2 reasons, and okay for 1. Horrible reason number 1, he has a 0 Vanguard when he's at 4 damage. Horrible reason number 2, he loses the Legion skill, so he can't Legion with that unit, and he can't get any abilities from that. But good thing is he did drive check a grade 3. So if he can get out of this with only 1 damage, then he will have the ability to ride over in Legion anyway.
If he doesn't decide to stride.
He could also do that, but it heavily depends on the hand.
Oh.
Suguha drops Quintet Wall.
That's a pretty good quintet wall, actually.
30, 45. That's a no pass.
Wow, even a delete. Wait,
What?
10, 20, 35.
Now it's
35.
Oh, it was 2 pass.
Oh, it was 2 pass. I'm sorry.
Nova, you can't math!
No, I count the Vanguard as having 10 because I'm very unused to it being 0.
Oh.
And this is the person who was saying it would be bad for Suguha because having a zero Vanguard.
Well, his drop zone has stuff now.
Still would have preferred him to Legion last turn.
Yeah.
In a way, it might have been better that he didn't.
What makes you say
Find
that?
out.
Because of the fact that if he Legion, he would have lost 4 from his drop. He would have put 3 into the drop, and he would have had some only the amount that he had left. And it would have changed his twin drive, so the chances of him getting the quintet wall would have decreased. So there would have been a chance that if he did do that and didn't end it, he couldn't guard.
There's a high chance it would have been ended that turn anyway, though.
Well, we override, I guess, into Negro Bolt. Please, Legion.
That is one missaying away from being a racial slur.
Oh.
Shut up, Nova. You're the one who doesn't care about racism.
I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, it's the card.
I'm so sorry.
The card is what it is, it's a Negro.
This is not me saying this. This is Nova. He's the one who's racist.
I'm African American, so it's okay.
No, it's not. It doesn't work like that.
This
It really doesn't work like that.
It works
This is
like that in America.
No, it doesn't work like that. I don't care who you are. We're not having any of the fucking, two-faced bullshit happening. No.
America, fuck yeah.
What does this even do when it legions? Oh, it's when it's attacking Legion.
When it's in Legion and it's attacking, he can counterblast 1, retire 1 of his units, and call 1 from the drop zone.
For
So
some
it
reason, my
eyes have a 4th battle.
For some reason, my eyes decided to view that as 5 instead of just 4.
Oh. Derp.
Maybe either tired or really used to dinosaurs.
Well, I'm shooting dinosaurs, so.
Just make sure they don't Jurassic Army 6 heal.
Really?
Wait, what? Actually, don't. What did the dumbass say?
I said make sure they don't Jurassic Army 6 heal.
Oh. No promises. I've had a couple of them take it to the vital point and still live and run away.
How many of those starters did he just use?
He should have used 2.
Oh, he used 2. Okay.
Yeah, he used 2.
The reason I asked is because the second one should have been, unless he has a plan, to bring back either Ruined Shade or Noir. But I think he has a plan.
Let's hope he has a plan.
I really hope he has a plan.
Because that's a 15k column now, because he did that.
Oh, grabbing Pietro instead.
What's Pietro do?
No.
It's when it attack hits you, it's an unflip.
Oh.
No, he didn't grab Pietro, he called it from hand.
Oh, wait, I'm confused then. I wasn't looking.
He called the Romario that's behind Vanguard.
Oh.
Which he didn't really have to do, because even though it does hit for 31, it would have hit for 23 on its own anyway. I mean, it's a better number, but in the situation he's in, he might, because of his Vanguard, I feel like he would have been better off just focusing more on what the rear sides are doing. Because he might have the ability to drop everything in guard now, because of the way things are.
Death is considering I think he's mapping.
Basically, if he has enough to 2-pass this with what's in his hand, or even actually if he has enough to 1-pass this with what's in his hand, then Suguha doesn't trigger. Suguha actually loses.
Because of the 2 intercepts.
Exactly. Which is why I say he should have looked more into making sure that wasn't that was a 16k column, basically, instead of
Yeah.
what.
Well, shit.
And he had
Suguha
a
needs
perfect
to
guard.
trigger. That wasn't a trigger. And
Yeah, Suguha unfortunately may have just lost,
that was
depending completely on what Death can do next turn.
No, 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 no.
He got 2 good mills.
Nope.
Strolling Banshee was in there, which is good.
No. Oh. Where'd it go?
So this is what you call a good news, bad news scenario. The bad news is Suguha has only 4 cards left in hand. The good news is, because of the situation that he put Death in, he can have enough guard to take 1 hit. And since Link Joker don't commonly use cards that give the Vanguard criticals, except that.
Except that.
But that's if he uses it that way, which I don't think he will.
I think he might be using it that way.
No, he's gonna Legion Break. He's gonna Legion Break with almost no hand. I don't want to say this is desperation on Death's part, but it's kind of desperation on Death's part.
Well, the only way he can get a critical is if he has a Blaster Joker or another, what's this thing's called? Photon in his hand. However, he
put back critical triggers.
He can still lock the field and retire the mate.
Oh. Okay.
I don't understand why you retired the behind Vanguard.
You mean locked?
Yes, locked. I don't know why he did that. To his own behind Vanguard. Because Suguha might have guard now.
I really, really hope so.
Suddenly 4 grade 3s.
That's a no pass! That's a perfect guard!
Suguha has no ability to get more than 1 attack, so that perfect guard means that he can't hit.
I'm sad now.
But he does have stride.
I forgot he had that!
This will help him regain some hand, which will be very beneficial.
That's really all he can do right now. The good news is, Death doesn't have enough counterblast to do Blaster Joker's skill again.
He doesn't, and I haven't seen any unflippers in his deck.
Link
There we
Joker
go.
has those?
Yeah, Link Joker has those, but only in deleter form.
Oh.
Considering what this deck does, it doesn't give a shit.
Okay. I just had an encounter of the terrifying kind.
Did you just get eaten by a dinosaur?
I came really, really close.
It tried to hug his face. Mythos didn't want hugs.
Alright. I'm just gonna say this right now. Suguha, you didn't need to waste that counterblast because
That counterblast was a bad idea because he got the perfect guard in the twin check that he absolutely was going to use it. He had no way not to use it because his other card is a grade 3.
Yes, but he decided to drop the heal trigger and keep the grade 3 because he's gonna re-ride next turn.
Either rewrite or stride,
Either
depending
that.
on what he feels is better.
Yeah.
He might rewrite. Well, actually, he doesn't get any benefit from rewriting because he can't delete the Vanguard.
I forgot. Does Zweil take 1 or 2? Oh, it does take 2.
It takes 2 counterblast and 1
Yeah.
discard.
Okay, so it would be better to stride. I forgot how many counterblast Zweil just needed. you being eaten by a dinosaur?
No, I gotta go hunt T-Rex now.
Are you hiding on a rock?
No! There's no rocks to hide around on right now.
Delete is a very powerful ability, but it takes very costly double costs. Like all of them, if you look, take 2 costs.
Okay,
Like-
see, this counterblast was used correctly. Because we don't think Suguha has a way to guard this.
Suguha might have to take it, but it depends on what he drew before the triple check. Because he got a critical, but that was his only trigger.
Yeah.
He also has access to both of his intercepts now. So he has to decide, is he prepared to guard this? And if he is, how much?
He would have to use about his entire hand.
Unless he got a perfect guard, because even a quintet wall isn't good enough for this game. Okay,
Alright.
he's not guarding.
I'm
No
lagging,
critical.
I'm lagging. Don't tell me. I saw a grade 3, a grade 1, and a draw trigger. Okay.
Meanwhile, Suguha triggered, so
It did?
even though the draw trigger went to the rear guard, it can't hit the vanguard.
So Suguha lives. So he goes after Ruin Shade, because that's actually an evil card.
No, it's not. Evil Shade is the evil card.
Oh my god, Nova. I think Mythos is still being hunted by the dinosaur.
I feel like my puns are gonna make him lose focus.
Well, I'm hunting the most dangerous dinosaur of all, the T-Rex. I just had to get this game again.
I find it funny.
What?
So he is striding. He has decided to stride.
It's a good idea at this point, especially if he strides for that again.
Because
And
this
then does the
time we
counter
know
blast.
he doesn't have a perfect guard. Unless he drew it.
Basically, we have less reason to believe he has a perfect guard than we did last turn.
And he fixes that seahorse column.
So now he needs 10k for both rears, and the vanguard needs a lot.
Simple math.
I'm not
a lot.
gonna put a number on that. I'm just gonna say it needs a lot.
26 plus 8 is 34. Should be.
Suguha actually has no reason not to use the counter blast this time. Okay.
44, motherfuckers! I can math. And Death
And
no
Death
guards.
has to no guard. He has no choice. Heal trigger. So even if somehow a heal trigger appears for Death, Suguha can take a bit of damage. Critical
Crit,
trigger.
yes!
He's decreasing Death's ability to live through this.
And grade 3.
And that's the end of the match.
Yay! Suguha wins! I had my doubts, but yay! I'm sorry for doubting you.
Suguha actually did really well in that game. He kind of did everything he needed to do. He could have Legion one turn sooner, but his decision not to actually was more for the benefit than what actually happened.
Alright, so that's the end of this match. We'll be moving on to our next match here shortly. So, catch you later. See you soon.